Hello, so I've never done a video like this before, so sorry if it's terrible. But we just came back from the Ravensburg Galactus Grand Prix Lorcana event in Italy yesterday. And I was quite fortunate. I got picked to be on stream for round two, which means a lot of people saw my list and it's a little bit different to a lot of lists. So I've been having a lot of questions about it, so I thought I'd do a little video, and I'm doing it Highland Sweet style, no cutting or anything, we're just going for it. So this is the list on the screen. I'm going to give full credit now to Enchanted Kim for being the mastermind behind the majority of this list. My brain couldn't come up with what she came up with. Yeah, so let's just get into it because I don't know what else to do. It's very steel songy. As you can see, there's a lot of just regular Amber Steel song stuff. There's the Cinderellas, the Rapunzels, the Ariels, but it's a lot more heavily focused on princesses. The original version that I took to Axion a couple of weeks ago didn't have Pete, because Pete is not a princess. He does not fit the vibe. But I talked to a few people there who I played about my list, specifically Jordan. If you're watching this, I doubt it. He was like, you definitely need the Pete's in there. And I was like, yeah, you know what? It just wasn't cutting it without Pete. So we put Pete in there. I really don't know what I'm trying to say here. I guess the quirkiest bit of the list, the bit that almost everybody I've played for the first time has had to read the card or had it explained to them, is the glass slipper. There is two in the list, and if you read what the glass slipper says, when you play it, to be able to use it, you need to banish it and exert a prince character. And as Karen pointed out on Twitter, there are no princes in this list, so how on earth can you use the glass slipper? Well, that's the thing, you don't use it. The whole point of it is to go into your discard, which is why Kim put in the 1 cost Mulan, the 2 cost Cinderella, and of course Whole New World, because your whole idea is if you have the glass slipper in your hand, you want to get it discarded as soon as possible, really. You don't need it, you don't want to play it, you just need it in your discard. And then the other perk, the only perk of that actually, is so then you can play the 4-drop Cinderella, the Amber, she's called the right one. If I do the mouse on here, does it show on here? It does. This one. So she reads, when you play this character, you may put an item called the glass slipper from your discard to the bottom of your deck and gain 3 lore. So what's quite my favourite thing to do is to have this discarded early. People forget about it. People might not even realise about the Cinderella because she's not a very often played card. And then later on in the game, they're like, oh, they need 5 lore to win. She's not going to do it. They're happy leaving 2 lore on my board. I can quest for 2 and boom, slap her down. Get the 3 lore that way. It's like a goat, but better and princessy. Yeah, so that's the spice. I've renamed the list the one with the shoe because one of my opponents in Rome, when they finished their games with me, they were talking to their friend in Italian, but they described the list in English as the one with the shoe, because I'd been on the stream, so people in the room were very aware that this list was a bit different. Another card that people often have to read other than the Cinderella and the glass slipper is the Mulan. I think she's from set 2, so she's not going to be around for much longer. She shifts on 2, so she works really well with this Mulan. When she quests, you can reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a song, you can play it for free. That's just great on the off chance you hit a free Whole New World. Most of the time, she doesn't hit, but when she does, it pops off. I think she hit on stream. If you want to go back and watch that, it's on the Italian official Lorcana stream. Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal now. That's a joke if you don't know my humour. Yeah, some guy said to me whilst I was playing them, or like, he said it in a very polite way. He was like, "Why are you playing her? Because she didn't hit that whole game." And I was like, "Yeah, but when she does hit, it's really good. Free whole new world. If my aerial's already been like banished, yeah, she's great." And also, when you reveal the top card of your deck, sure, it's not great that your opponent knows what it's gonna be, but if you've got like one of these cards in your deck, like the Cinderella or the Mulan in your hand, sorry, and you've quested with the Mulan, it didn't hit, but you know what the next card is, say you know it's the Glass Slipper, and you've got one of these, you're like, okay, easy, I'll just draw that and discard it straight away by playing one of these. So it gives you knowledge, and it's not a bad thing. What else can I yap about with this deck? I don't know why the world's greatest criminal mind is in there. Well, I do, because I put it in there. Take it out. It was pointless. I put it in because originally I'd had the 3-drop Tiana restaurant owner, and I love her, but I found myself getting annoyed that she was uninkable occasionally, so I was like, you know what, let's get rid of her, because she gets brawled too easily. There's a lot of red around. Hardly faced any red in Italy, so probably would have preferred Tiana. But yeah, that card was just ink the whole weekend, didn't get used once. So yeah, I would either put back in her or a one-off Naveen. Even if you have Naveen in the list, sorry, this video is all over the place. This is not what I do, as you can tell. If I had Naveen in the list instead of that, I still probably wouldn't play the Glass Slipper, unless I only had 2 lore on board with Naveen, and I needed 3 to win, and I had enough ink to play the Slipper, banish it, and get the Princess, as in the Cinderella, and then play it to get the lore. So I probably still wouldn't play it even then, because you don't want it stuck on your board when you want it in your discard. Yeah, it's just a really fun deck. It focuses a lot on princesses, so it's got the girly pop vibes. Enchanted Kim's version from set 7 was a lot more girly pop than this, but this is my slightly more competitive version. Because like I said, I tried the other version at Axion and wanted to make a couple of changes. I tested cutting Sonic Warrior, realised that was a mistake, and I'm so glad that I put her back in, because yeah, she did some bits. It was good. Is there anything else I want to say about this list? I have no idea. I've already talked for longer than I thought I was going to, so that's good. But yeah, just wanted a really nice girly pop list. And if you're someone who wants to play with Enchanteds, this is like the cheapest Enchanted ever. So you can get a full play set for less than the price of one other Enchanted, pretty much. Yeah, it's cool. There's princesses. No one knows what the heck your deck is going to do. Literally, I think every single game, at least one opponent in Italy had to read at least one of my cards. So yeah, they just don't know what the heck you're going to do. And one guy I was playing, he was really lovely. He was like playing a little bit slowly, but he was like, it's just because I've never seen a deck like yours before, so I'm trying to think of all the lines. Because when I discarded the Glass Slipper early on, he was like, what the heck is that? And it was really funny. And yeah, I just think this is brings a bit more fun to Steel Song. Because you're like, am I going to get the Glass Slipper when I need it or not? Yeah, and I got a bit burnt out being hyper competitive without the funness. So this adds the fun. Yeah, I will link Enchanted Kim's socials below, because I don't want to take credit for the mastermindness behind this. I just played it and changed a few cards occasionally. So I'll link her below. And I don't know what else to say. But that's the video. Goodbye. I'm trying to stop recording. I don't know how to do this. Whoop.